look like you ought to be grateful to Kimball for getting you a dress like that and getting you some boy to dance with. If he don't take care of you, what you think gonna become of you?"
"Why does anything have to become of me?" I said. "Nothing's become of me so far, and I've been perfectly happy. If you mean I won't get married or whatever, who cares?"
"What else you gonna do? You gonna stay out here with the coons and the gators after me and your daddy is gone, run wild out in them woods till you 80? Who you think gonna take care of you if you don't go to them balls and parties and get yourself a husband?"
"Well, it's not going to be any stupid Peter Williams Chambliss of the Boston Chamblisses," I snapped. "I'll wear the dress and I'll go to the ball because Daddy says I have to, but I will not dance with that damn Yankee." 1 month later, on an afternoon of still, sullen gray warmth, a great black Packard touring car came wallowing up on the pitted gravel drive and stopped in front of the veranda. At the wheel, my brother Kimball, in moss-green tweed, grinned at Aurelia and me. From the front passenger seat, a long, narrow face with a long, narrow nose and a shock of pale hair grinned over a car-filling cloud of white lilac branches. The flowers were like nothing I had ever seen. We do not have those great, swelling, spilling trees in the coastal South. The face above the bouquet was as alien as the flowers. We do not have those sort of attenuated, gilded faces either. Strangeness and something else I could not name, something breath-stopping and near to panic, swamped me. I turned and ran into the house, banging the screen door behind me. I heard Kimball yelling my name from the veranda steps, and Aurelia screeching at me, and then I heard his voice, Peter's, for the first time in my life, soft and full of the flat, atonal music of Boston.
"Please, come back. I promise I'm harmless."
It made me smile, even as I slammed the door to my room, cheeks burning angrily at my own foolishness. It made him seem, indeed, harmless. It made me able to come back downstairs and put my hand out to him. It was the first thing I fell in love with, Peter's voice. "I'm Peter Chambliss," he said, "and you can only be Maude. I'm glad to meet you, finally."
"What on earth wrong with you?"
Aurelia said.
"I've seen him scream and faint at the first sight of him, but you're the only one who ever ran like a rabbit, Buckeye,"
Kimball said. He hugged me. My head came only to his armpit. It was why he called me Buckeye. I was little and round and dark. I hated the nickname.
"What'd you think, that the Yankees are coming to get you?"
My brother had been laughing at me all my life in precisely that tone. "No," I said. I thought my drawers were about to fall off. Aurelia screeched again, and Peter Williams Chambliss laughed with unfeigned delight. It was the second thing I fell in love with, his laugh.
"When it's time for that," he said, "I'll let you know."
"No," I said. "I'll let you know." This time they all three laughed.
"The lilacs are for you, for the dance,"
Peter said. He put them into my arms. I saw his face through a dazzle of white petals. "Thank you," I said, thinking that no girl entering her first St. Cecilia ballroom had ever held such a thing as that bouquet. I would be the talk of Charleston, coming in the company of a Boston Yankee from Princeton University and carrying such an extravagant explosion of alien Yankee flowers. Suddenly I loved the idea of it. "So it was perfect, huh?" my granddaughter Darcy said on that evening in retreat, across a bridge of years and pain. "Yes," I said, smiling. "Yes, I think it was." "Nothing is perfect, Gam," Darcy said. "Maybe most things only seem perfect," I said, "but that night really was. From the beginning it was a triumph, and I was a belle, and I know full well it was Peter Chambliss who lit the fire that burned in me that night. He danced 5 dances with me, unheard of in that day and place, and his was the name scrawled on the 16th line. We did not, that night, do the new, fast, skittering dances that were coming into vogue. We swayed and dipped together to the ballads of that year, though. My wonderful one, April showers, whispering, 3 o'clock in the morning, a kiss in the dark. Very late that night, I got out of bed and put on my robe and tiptoed barefoot down the wide old stairs. The house was dark and still. I padded across the cold pine floorboards into the kitchen and put the lilacs, drooping sweetly now, into a bucket of water and stopped to bury my face in them. I felt the foolish tears start. After we got home, Peter had said only, "Thanks for letting me take you to your dance, Maude. I had a wonderful time," and had gone up the stairs with Kimball. They were to go back to Princeton on the noon train the next day. I mopped my face and drew a sniffling breath and went out onto the veranda, and he was there. "What took you so long?" he said. We danced on the banks of Wapoo Creek that night, Peter and I. We danced as Peter sang softly in his Boston baritone, "It's 3 o'clock in the morning, we've danced the whole night through." When he stopped singing and we stopped dancing, he kissed me. "Tell me what you love most, Maude," he said, holding me loosely against him. I could feel the warmth of his body through his shirt front. "Dancing in the dark with the damn Yankees," I tried to say lightly. "No, really. What do you love best about your life? About living here? About Charleston?" I thought. "I love it all," I said against Peter's shirt, knowing only then that it was true. "Could you leave it?" he asked. "Yes," I said. When he left Charleston for Princeton after the St. Cecilia, it was understood that we would marry, or at least I understood it. Peter said only at the train, with Kimball pulling at his sleeve and the great wheels beginning to turn, that he would write, and he kissed the top of my head and was gone. He did write. He wrote every day, and sometimes twice a day, short, funny notes, and an occasional longer letter. I got to know him, really, through those letters. And in the spring of the next year, he wrote, "It's time to come visit my folks. I've told them I'm bringing you in April. They love Kimball, and they will you, too." But Peter was wrong about that. The Chambliss family of Boston, Massachusetts, and Retreat, Maine, did not love me like they did my brother Kimball. The female members of it, at least, did not. That evening at dinner in the vast, candle-flickering dining room, with spaces and unsaid words echoing between the four of us, Peter broke the news to his family that he would not be going into the family bank in September, but had already accepted a position as American history instructor at a small boys' preparatory school in North Point, New Hampshire, and was going directly there from Princeton. "You must do what you fancy, Peter," his mother said. "But know that if you do, you will not be welcome in your home again. You will break my heart if you do this, and your father's too, and disgrace your entire family. But it must be your decision. I have never interfered in your affairs, and I will not do so now." "Thanks, Ma," Peter said. His face was mild, but I saw that his shoulders were rigid. Hermione and Mr. Chambliss both picked up their forks, not looking at either Peter or Hannah. Hannah stood like a woman of snow or stone. I could not think where to look. She turned her face to me. "May I assume that you knew about this decision of my son's, Miss Gascon?" "Yes, ma'am." "And you approve, do you?" "I think Peter should do what he wants with his life." "Well, I submit that it is less your affair than anything I have ever heard, and that your presumption in coming into my home uninvited and abetting my son in this business—" "It's very much Maude's business, Mother," Peter said, "because Maude is doing me the very great honor of marrying me as soon as graduation is over. We hope you will give us your blessing and your attendance, but we are going to do it anyway. I hope that I will never hear you speak to Maude like that again." Hannah Chambliss turned and walked away from the table and went up her stairs, and I did not see her again until the day 2 months later that Peter brought me to Retreat. By that time she had made her apologies and what she must have considered adequate amends. The car,
a van full of family furniture.